Today, we're ranking the 7 most colossal dump trucks anywhere on the planet, each one redefining what it means to move mountains, literally. From entry-level giants with price tags in the millions to cutting-edge behemoths boasting autonomous technology and record-shattering payloads, these machines prove that bigger isn't just better, it's earth-shaking. Every spot on this countdown is backed by real 2026 specifications and certifications, and the #1 slot will leave even mining veterans in awe. Smash that like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping machinery, and stick around to see which monster dominates the top. Our countdown begins with number 7. Number 7 rolls in with the Caterpillar 795F AC, a machine that sets the bar for what counts as a modern-day giant. This is not just a big truck. It is the entry ticket to the ultra-class league. With a payload rated at 338 metric tons, the 795F AC hauls the kind of loads that would swallow entire city blocks of rock in a single trip. Fully loaded, it weighs in at over 570,000 kilograms, yet it can hit top speeds of 64 kilometers per hour. Powered by a diesel-electric drive that turns raw fuel into relentless torque. If you love massive machines, hit like now and subscribe for more monstrous machinery. It is not just about size. The 795F AC's AC electric drive means smoother acceleration and braking, plus less maintenance than old-school mechanical systems. The empty weight hovers around 250 tons, so every ton of extra material moved is pure profit for the mine. Operators rely on Caterpillar's global dealer network for support, making this truck a favorite in massive open pits from Australia to North America. Don't forget to like and subscribe to catch the next entries. Price tag: expect to see numbers between $5 and $8 million per unit, depending on options. That is the cost of entry for moving mountains at scale, and it is why the 795F AC is the baseline for cost per ton calculations across the industry. Every bigger truck on this countdown has to beat what CAT delivers here: reliability, a proven AC electric drivetrain, and a payload that still dwarfs nearly everything else on the road. Hit like if you think this beast earns its spot, and subscribe because the next trucks only get wilder. At number 6, the Liebherr T 284 doesn't just show up. It dominates the road with a body so wide it needs its own zip code. This German-built flagship stretches 9.679 meters across, making it the broadest hauler on the list. That width isn't just for show. It's engineered for stability, letting the T284 carry a massive 360-ton payload without breaking a sweat. The gross vehicle weight tips the scales at 661 tons, all of it rolling on a platform designed to spread the load for safer, more efficient hauling. Under the hood, a 20-cylinder diesel engine unleashes 3,750 horsepower, feeding an advanced alternating current electric drive system. The T284 rockets up to 64 kilometers per hour, even when fully loaded with enough rock to bury a football field. What really sets this beast apart is how it balances brute force with technical finesse. The ultra-wide frame isn't just about cramming in more metal. It's about distributing weight, lowering the center of gravity, and keeping every ton planted on the ground. That's why mines chasing the best payload per axle ratio put their money on Liebherr. But there's another side to this story. Liebherr claims the T284's diesel-electric setup slashes carbon dioxide emissions compared to older models. Environmental watchdogs have put that claim under the microscope, running field tests that sometimes show higher emissions than the company's own numbers. The debate comes down to testing conditions, load cycles, altitude. Even the weather can swing the results. While the T284's green credentials are still under scrutiny, its production status is rock solid, with fleets working in some of the world's harshest mines. This isn't just a bigger truck, It's a smarter one, built for a world where payload and environmental pressure go head-to-head. Smash that like button if you think ultra-wide trucks are the future. Hit that bell to get notified. And subscribe now, because the next machine takes autonomy to a whole new level. Komatsu's 980E5 doesn't just haul rock, it rewrites the rulebook on how mines move mountains. This Japanese-built Titan delivers a jaw-dropping 363-ton payload, putting it neck and neck with the Liebherr T 284 for raw carrying muscle. But payload is only half the story. The 980E5 is engineered for the future, rolling off assembly lines autonomy-ready, straight from Komatsu's factories. Under the hood, a 3,500 horsepower SSDA 18V170 diesel engine feeds an AC electric drive system, pushing the gross vehicle weight to 628 tons. That's more than 6 blue whales stacked end to end. But what really sets the 980E5 apart is how it pairs this brute strength with brains. By 2026, a significant share of these trucks are running Komatsu's Autonomous Haulage System, AHS. In some of the world's largest mines, fleets of 980E5s shuttle back and forth with no one in the cab, just a network of sensors, satellites, and AI routing every move from a remote control center. The impact is massive. Autonomous fleets can run longer shifts, cut human error, and optimize every load, squeezing more productivity out of every hour. Mines in Canada and Australia are already logging millions of tons moved by these self-driving giants, with safety records that keep insurance auditors happy and labor disputes at bay. The 980E5's AC drive doesn't just deliver smoother acceleration and braking, it's the foundation for Komatsu's push into full automation, letting each truck respond instantly to changing conditions and digital commands. Fact check. The payload and gross vehicle weight figures match Komatsu specifications, and Komatsu lists production models as autonomy-ready with AHS compatibility. Independent mine reports confirm autonomous 980E5 fleets operating in Canada and Australia. Komatsu didn't just build a bigger truck, they built a smarter one. That's why the 980E5 edges ahead of the T284 in this countdown. Similar payload, but proven at scale with real-world autonomous operations. If you're into cutting-edge tech that actually moves Earth, smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed, because the horsepower wars are just heating up. Rolling in at number 4, the Caterpillar 797F doesn't just haul rock, it bulldozes the competition with sheer muscle. This American legend is the only single-engine truck in the ultra-class league to break the 4,000 horsepower barrier. The Cat C17520 engine under its hood is a 20-cylinder powerhouse, pushing out 4,000 horsepower and driving a payload ceiling of 372 tons. That's enough to move the weight of a fully loaded Boeing 747 in one trip. If you love insane machines, smash that like button and subscribe for more. But it's not just about brute strength. The 797F's hybrid torque converter drivetrain delivers a blend of hydraulic and electric power, letting this beast hit a top speed of 68 kilometers per hour. That is the fastest fully loaded sprint in its class, shaving minutes off every haul cycle and ramping up productivity in mines from Canada to Australia. Each minute saved on a round trip turns into extra tons moved by the end of the shift, and in mining, every ton counts. Hit like and subscribe to stay tuned for the giants still to come. With a gross vehicle weight tipping the scale at 624 tons, the 797F is a mountain mover in every sense. Operators love its reliability and the global Caterpillar support network, which keeps these trucks rolling even in the world's harshest pits. Production status is rock solid. Thousands of units have been delivered since 2009, and the 797F remains a mainstay in the world's largest open-pit mines. This is not just a truck, it is a symbol of American engineering at its boldest. The The 797F's raw horsepower and top speed edge put it ahead of every other muscle truck on the market. But the real giants are still to come. Like and subscribe now, because the payload race is about to get even heavier. Fact check. The figures mentioned are manufacturer ratings. The CAT C17520 is rated at 4,000 horsepower. The payload rating is 372 tons. Gross vehicle weight is 624 tons. Top speed, fully loaded, is 68 kilometers per hour. Production began in 2009, and thousands of units have been delivered worldwide. Belarus brings a heavyweight to the countdown with the BELAZ 75601, a truck that proves you do not need to be the longest ride in the pit to carry a mountain on your back. At 14.9 meters in length and 9.25 meters wide, the 75601 is actually more compact than some of its ultra-class rivals. But do not let the shorter frame fool you. This beast is engineered to haul a verified 360 metric tons of payload, enough to fill 10 standard railcars in a single go. Fully loaded, the gross vehicle weight soars to 672.4 tons, while the empty chassis itself tips the scales at a hefty 360 tons. The secret behind this dense curb weight is not just thick steel and reinforced axles. It is the electromechanical muscle at its core. Power comes from a 20-cylinder diesel engine, paired with a Siemens Kaito electric drive system. Siemens provides the traction motors, delivering pulse after pulse of raw torque through Kaito alternators. This setup translates 3,750 horsepower into smooth, controlled movement, letting the 75601 hit a top speed of 64 kilometers per hour, fully loaded, across rough terrain. The drivetrain is built for longevity, with proven reliability in the world's toughest mines, from Kazakhstan to Mongolia and deep into Africa's copper belts. Operators in Central Asia swear by the BELAZ 75601 for its ability to thread through tighter pit layouts while still swallowing monster loads. The footprint efficiency means more trucks can operate side by side, squeezing every possible ton out of crowded benches and narrow ramps. Maintenance crews favor the modular design. Major components like the Siemens motors and Kaito alternator can be swapped out in hours, not days, keeping downtime to a minimum. This is not just a relic from the early 2010 era. The 75601's production line is still rolling in 2026, with fleets working in regions where sanctions and supply chain headaches make reliability and local support more important than ever. That is why it lands at number 3, a payload verified above every other truck so far, but still a step below the true dual-engine giants waiting ahead. Like what you see? Smash that like button and subscribe, because the next BELAZ on this list rewrites the definition of big. The BELAZ 75710 doesn't just haul rocks. It redefines what is possible for a production dump truck. Standing 3 stories tall and stretching over 20 meters from nose to tail, this Belarusian-built monster is longer than a city bus and wider than most 2-lane roads. 8 tires, each 3 meters high, carry the weight of a small apartment building. The numbers are staggering. A 450-ton payload, a gross vehicle weight of 810 tons when fully loaded, and a curb weight of 360 tons before a single shovel of ore hits the bed. Power comes from not one, but 2 16-cylinder, turbocharged diesel engines, each delivering 2,300 horsepower. That is a combined 4,600 horsepower, enough power to keep this giant rolling at speeds up to 64 kilometers per hour, even with a load that would crush lesser machines. The electromechanical transmission channels all that force to the ground, ensuring the 75710 doesn't just move mountains, it swallows them whole. The dump body itself can hold 268 cubic meters heaped. Picture nearly 100 compact cars stacked together. Operators in Russia, Central Asia, and South America rely on the 75710 to keep the world's biggest open pit mines running around the clock. At Kola MMC's iron ore pits, crews praise its ability to deliver load after load without missing a beat, even in sub-zero Siberian winters or the dust-choked heat of Mongolian summers. This is not just a showpiece for the BELAZ brand, it is a workhorse that has earned its place in mining history. The dual-engine setup is not just about headline power, it means redundancy. If one engine falters, the other can limp the truck home, sparing operators from costly breakdowns in the middle of nowhere. Maintenance teams appreciate the modular design, which allows major components to be swapped in record time, keeping downtime to a minimum and profits on track. The 75710's size and stamina have made it the benchmark for ultra-class haulers worldwide. No other series production truck has matched its verified payload. Every hour, a single 75710 can move thousands of tons, enough to keep entire processing plants fed with a steady stream of ore. Fact check: these figures reflect verified specifications. A 450-ton payload, a gross vehicle weight of 810 tons fully loaded, a curb weight of 360 tons, a dump capacity of 268 cubic meters, and a top speed of 64 kilometers per hour. For more specs-backed mega machine stories, hit like and subscribe. Smash that like button and subscribe now for more jaw-dropping machines. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want the biggest behemoths delivered straight to your feed. The only thing bigger than this is what is coming up next. A new name storms onto the scene: XCMG's XE6000 prototype. This isn't just another truck. It's the 2026 demonstrator that sent shockwaves through the mining world when it rolled out in late 2025, with a payload claim that dwarfs anything ever seen before. XCMG, already a heavyweight in Chinese construction, stunned the industry by unveiling a prototype with a manufacturer-claimed 560 metric ton payload. That's over 100 tons more than the reigning BELAZ 75710, and enough to swallow entire sections of a mountain in a single pass. The numbers sound almost unreal. Projected gross vehicle weight near 900 tons, a dual-motor electric assist diesel powertrain, and a dump body that, if the specs hold up, could fit more than 200 cubic meters of ore at a time. XCMG's engineers say the secret lies in a new hybrid drive, two massive electric motors paired with a next-generation diesel, working together to push torque and efficiency far beyond anything on the market. The frame is reinforced with high-tensile steel, and the suspension system borrows from high-speed rail technology to keep all that weight planted, even on the roughest pit roads. But here is the catch: the XE6000 is still a prototype. Only a handful of units have ever touched dirt, and the only footage comes from tightly controlled pilot runs at XCMG's own proving grounds in Jiangsu province. No independent operator has logged a full production shift with this monster, and there is no public weighbridge data to confirm the 560-ton claim. Industry analysts, trade press, and rival OEMs are all watching closely, but until a third-party mine puts the XE6000 through its paces, that payload remains just that, a claim. Still, the implications are huge. If XCMG's numbers hold up, the XE6000 could rewrite the rules for ultra-class haulage. Mining giants in Australia, Chile, and Inner Mongolia are already jockeying for early access, hoping to land the first real-world deployment. The global supply chain is bracing for what a 900-ton gross vehicle weight machine means for tire makers, refueling logistics, and pit design. And the arms race for the world's biggest dump truck just got a new frontrunner, at least on paper. For now, the XE6000 prototype stands as the ultimate what-if, the largest payload ever publicly demonstrated, but still waiting for independent verification. It is a glimpse into a future where hauling 560 tons in a single trip is not just possible, but routine. If you want to see whether this prototype becomes the next production king, hit like and subscribe, because the mountain-moving wars are only getting started. Across all 7 mega trucks, one truth stands out. Mining's appetite for scale keeps growing. Every new model isn't just bigger, it's smarter and more autonomous, pushing the edge of engineering. These machines reveal how raw ambition reshapes the planet in real time. The race to move mountains has no finish line. Like what you saw? Hit like, subscribe, and tell us which beast impressed you most below.